Have you ever wondered whether coconut oil and MCT oil are actually the same thing? A lot of people assume they are because they both come from coconuts, they're both fats, and they're always talked about in the same conversations about health and energy. But here's the surprising truth. They're not the same product at all. And once you understand the real difference, it completely changes how you think about using them. In this video, I'm going to break down the real difference between coconut oil and MCT oil in the simplest way possible. We'll talk about what they are, how they're made, how your body uses them, and when you should choose one over the other. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently say, okay, now I finally get it. Why people get confused? So why do people think they're the same? It's pretty understandable. Both oils come from coconuts. Both are connected to metabolism, brain function, and healthy fats. And because MCT oil is actually made from coconut oil, it feels logical to assume they're basically identical. But they're not. The easiest way to think about it is this. Coconut oil is the natural oil from the coconut, while MCT oil is a refined extract that isolates only specific fatty acids from that oil. Same family, but very different roles. What coconut oil really is? Let's start with coconut oil. It's made by pressing the white flesh of mature coconuts. In that natural form, it contains a blend of different saturated fats. Around 59 to 63% of those fats are medium-chain triglycerides, the famous MCTs, while the rest are mostly longer-chain fats. So, coconut oil is only partly made up of MCTs. It is not 100% MCTs. This is why coconut oil behaves like a traditional cooking fat. It has a creamy texture. If it's unrefined, it has that gentle coconut aroma. It melts when warm and it solidifies when cool. And because it's close to its natural state, it also contains tiny trace nutrients and plant compounds from the coconut itself. You can think of it almost like a whole food version of coconut fat. What MCT oil really is. Now let's look at MCT oil. This one doesn't occur in nature in the same way. Manufacturers start with coconut oil, then go through a refining process called fractionation to extract only certain medium-chain fatty acids, usually C8 and C10. These are the fastest absorbing fats your body can use, so what you end up with is a clear, flavorless oil that is always liquid and extremely concentrated in MCTs. It's like taking coffee beans and extracting only the caffeine. Still related, but much more targeted. MCT oil is basically the pure energy fraction of coconut oil. How your body uses them differently. And this is where things get interesting. Your body digests coconut oil more easily than many other fats, but because it still contains both medium-chain and long-chain fatty acids, it still goes through some normal fat processing steps during digestion. MCT oil is different. Because it is almost entirely made of those fast-absorbing MCTs, it bypasses a lot of normal digestion and goes straight to your liver. From there, it can be turned into quick energy or ketones. That's why people often use MCT oil for things like mental clarity, fast fuel, and ketogenic diets. Coconut oil, on the other hand, is better described as a nutritious, natural cooking fat that happens to also contain some MCTs. Here's a quick pause. If this is starting to make things clearer for you, let me know by typing clarity in the comments below and hit that like button and subscribe so more people can finally understand the difference too. Alright, now let's keep going. How to choose between them. In real life, coconut oil shines in the kitchen. You can saute with it, bake with it, fry with it, or simply spread it. It adds a pleasant richness to food and works beautifully as a stable cooking fat. Beyond food, many people also love it for skin and hair because of its moisturizing and protective properties. MCT oil is usually not used for cooking, especially not at high heat. Instead, it's more like a supplement. People add it to coffee, smoothies, shakes, yogurt, or simply take a spoonful when they want clean burning energy without changing the taste of their food or drink. How they feel different. Another easy way to tell them apart is by experience. Coconut oil has a creamy feel and, if unrefined, that familiar coconut taste and aroma. MCT oil, on the other hand, has no flavor and no smell at all. It disappears into drinks completely unnoticed, which is one reason people like using it in their coffee. They're not interchangeable. Here's something important to remember. Even though they're related, they're not interchangeable. If a recipe calls for coconut oil, MCT oil will not behave the same way in texture or structure. And if someone is specifically looking for the fast metabolic boost that comes from concentrated MCTs, regular coconut oil will only provide a portion of that benefit, not the full effect. So here's the simplest way to remember it. Coconut oil is a natural whole food oil that contains a mix of fats including some MCTs. MCT oil is a concentrated extract made from coconut oil that contains only the fastest absorbing MCT fats. They belong to the same coconut family, but each one has its own purpose, its own benefits, and its own ideal uses. If this helped you finally understand the difference, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more simple and science-based explanation like this one. And tell me in the comment below, do you personally use coconut oil, MCT oil, or both? I'd love to hear how you use them in your daily life. Thanks for watching and see you next time. See ya!